starting off on your back, you'll take your right ankle and cross it over the left knee with the left foot planted. Press into the left foot, take your hands to the hips, and you'll lift up into a figure 4 bridge. So think about squeezing the left glute and keeping the pelvis level so you're not letting the right hip droop here. You can add a pulse here in this figure 4 bridge. So utilizing that glute, the left glute, we're loading it up as we open up the right hip. And then as you exhale, you'll lower segmentally. You can keep that figure 4, and then we're gonna bring the knees over to the right. If it doesn't feel good, release that figure 4 and bring that right foot down. If it feels okay, you can keep that. Squeeze the left glute and curl the tailbone. The arms can be down by your sides, or they can be in a goalpost position. You'll release that right foot. Inhale, bring the knees through center. Bring your feet back to about hip width distance apart. You'll cross your left ankle over your right knee. Bring your hands to the pelvis, and then press into the right foot. Lift up into that figure 4 bridge here. Check in and make sure that that left hip isn't drooping. We want to lift up as you squeeze the right glute, and then add your pulses here. The core is engaged as well, so the core is hugging in to keep the back from arching, and we want to keep that right glute pulsing and working. When you're ready, you'll exhale and lower your spine segmentally, and then keeping that figure 4, you can bring the knees over to the left. Again, if that doesn't feel good, release that figure 4, just lowering that left foot. Otherwise, you can keep that hook. Curl the tailbone, stay long in the low back. Again, the arms can come down by the sides or in a goalpost position. Breathe here. Exhale. And then you'll release that left foot. You'll inhale, bring the knees through center. We're gonna warm up the core. Not too much, it'll be awesome. So we're gonna bring the knees above the hips, interlace the hands behind the head, and wrap the elbows in. So you'll take a big inhale, and then exhale, lift up off the shoulder blades, stretch your right leg out about 30 degrees. Okay, so we wanna keep it, the ankle kind of in line with the left toes. Squeeze the sit bones and curl your tailbone without the left thigh coming closer to you. So you wanna keep that left knee above the hip. You'll re-bend your right knee, and then inhale, your head will come down. Exhale, lift up off the shoulder blades. You're gonna stretch your left leg out, squeeze the sit bones and curl the tailbone. Keep pulling down in the ribs, and then you'll re-bend your left knee, and then inhale, your head will come down. You can stick with this or we'll add on. Exhale, lift up off the shoulder blades. You'll stretch your right leg out and then twist through the ribs to the left, staying lifted up off the left shoulder blade. Come back to center, re-bend your right knee. Inhale, your head will come down. Exhale, lift. Stretch your left leg out. Stay here or turn to the right, staying lifted up off the right shoulder blade. Come back to center, re-bend your left knee. Inhale, your head will come down. Adding on one more thing, exhale, lift up off the shoulder blades. Stretch your right leg out, turn to the left. Now keeping lifted up off the shoulder blades, you're gonna open your left knee out to the side, so you're coming into external hip rotation, and then close it back off. And then we'll open it up, and then close it back off. Do it one more time. Open up, stay lifted, you're strong. Come back to center, re-bend your knee, and then inhale, your head will come down. Let's do the other side. Exhale, lift up off the shoulder blades. Stretch your left leg out, turn to the right. So then you'll open your right knee, close it back up, external hip rotation, open it up, keep pulling down in the ribs, you'll close it off one more time, keep connecting in the rib cage, keep that shoulder blade lifted, you'll come back to center, re-bend your left knee, and inhale, your head will come down. Let's do it one more time on each side. You're strong and you got this. Exhale, lift up off the shoulder blades, stretch your right leg out, turn to the left, you'll open up that left knee, and then close it off. Open it up, keep squeezing the sit bones, you'll close it up, one more time, open it up, Come back to center with everything. Rebend your right knee. Inhale, your head will come down. Last time, exhale, lift up off the shoulder blades. Stretch your left leg out, turn to the right. Open that right knee out to the side, and then close it off. Stay up off that right shoulder blade, open it up. Squeeze your sit bones, close it off. One more time, you'll open it up. Keep everything pulling into midline, close it off. You'll come back to center, and inhale, head comes down. Hug your knees in, give yourself some love. Take a big breath. Exhale. You can rock side to side on the sacrum. And then we're gonna flip it on over. Fix your hair if you need to. And then we're gonna come over onto all fours and setting up for dolphin. So you're gonna lower the forearms. Bring the elbows directly beneath the shoulders. You can interlace the hands if the shoulders are tight. Press into the forearms, tuck your toes, lift the knees and the hips up and back for a dolphin. So you're in a dolphin pose. You want to push up into the forearms so that the serratus are getting active. Your shoulders are getting active. Bend your knees. Keep length in the spine by keeping the knees slightly bent or bent deeper. So whatever feels better for you. What we're not doing is trying to stretch the hamstrings. So stay away from the idea of bringing the heels to the floor. You'll inhale and lift your left leg. Of course, this is optional, so you can keep both feet down. And then step your left foot down. You'll inhale and lift your right leg. And then we'll do it again. Your right foot will come down. We'll lift your left. So look back at your left toes. Make sure that all 5 of them are facing the floor. We want to stay squared off in that hip. We'll step it down, lift your right leg. Okay, so we're keeping the left hip lifted in line with the right as you roll the right hip down. Your right foot will come down, your left leg will lift. So rolling down as you lift up in the right hip. Left foot comes down, right leg will lift. Right foot comes down, and then we'll exhale, lower your knees. Sit the butt back for a child's pose. Now, if this doesn't feel good, you can lift the butt up for more of an extended puppy, still extending the arms out and drawing the belly in. So do what feels good here. Take a big breath. Exhale it out. And then we're gonna inhale and come to all fours. And then as you exhale, we're gonna tuck the toes, lift up and back into a downward facing dog. So find your stability here, spread your fingers, grip the mat with the finger pads, lift up the heels, bend your knees, press into the hands, maybe get a little pedal of the feet, getting a little dynamic stretch in the hamstring. This might be your first down dog of the day, so you really want to really feel stable here, stable, and have this ability to move from this place, and the best way to do that is be long in the spine. So soften your knees, take a big breath in, exhale it out. We'll inhale, exhale, bend your knees and walk or step the feet forward, taking a bent knee forward fold at the front of your mat. And then as you inhale, your arms will rise, coming to stand. We'll start to flow. Exhale, fold forward. Step your right foot back, lower your knee and toe, and inhale, your arms will rise, coming into a low lunge. Release the hands, lift your right knee, step back into a plank position. You'll exhale, lower the knees and the toes, and then lower the top half with control. Inhale, pull back on your hands for a baby cobra. Squeeze the base of the shoulder blades. Exhale, tuck your toes, lifting up and back for your down dog. You're gonna step your right foot forward. Lower the left knee and toe. Inhale, your arms will rise. Curl your tailbone, squeeze your left glute. Release the hands. Step your left foot forward for a bent knee forward fold, and then inhale, your arms will rise to stand. Exhale, fold forward. Step your left foot back. Lower the knee and toe. Inhale, your arms will rise. Plant your hands. Plank position. Exhale, lower the knees and toes. Lower the top half. Inhale for your cobra. Pull the chest forward. Exhale, tuck the toes. Lift up and back through all fours or through your plank, downward facing dog. You'll step your left foot forward. Push into the hands, lower the right knee and toe. Inhale, your arms will rise. Curl the tailbone, draw up in the low belly. Release the hands. Lean forward as you step that right foot forward. Inhale, arms will rise. Exhale, fold forward. Step your right foot way back. Lift your left leg up for a three-legged down dog. Look back at your left toes and make sure that all 5 of them are facing the floor. You're going to take that left leg and move it over towards your left and then back to center. Move it towards the left, back to center. One more time, move it towards the left, come back to center, shift forward and lower your left knee down. Inhale, open up for a modified side plank. So you're going to stack that right hip toward on top of the left. Your left hand is directly beneath the shoulder, your knee below the hip. You'll lift your right leg and then start to add a pulse here. You can bring the hand onto that outer right hip, engaging the glute. Then bring your right foot and your right hand down. You'll bring your left knee towards the belly as you're in your plank, and then step the left foot forward. Right leg will lift. You're in a bent knee standing split. The hands are down in front of the left foot, and you're bending your left knee. Add some pulses here. So we'll bend and straighten both knees. So as your left knee bends, your right knee will bend next to it, and then inhale, lengthen out for your standing split, or standing L shape as I prefer to call it. So moving through these pulses, keeping that right glute on as you extend the right leg, and keeping that left glute working. You don't have to ever get that left leg to straight. You'll pause in your bent knee standing split. Maybe here you take a handstand hop, pushing off of that bottom toe and landing the foot back down. Maybe not. Maybe you just want to pause in your standing split. Well, bend your left knee, step your right foot back, lower the heel. Inhale, open up for your warrior 2. So you're in your warrior 2 pose. Press into the outer edge of your right foot, hug the belly in. You'll take a big inhale. Exhale and tip it back, reverse your warrior. Look down at your right foot to relax the neck. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, left forearm to the left thigh. You'll swing your right arm over for your warrior variation. Draw the belly in. You're going to side lunge from side to side from here. So parallel your feet. You'll plant your left hand down as your right knee bends, your right arm lifts, come through center and switch. So taking these side lunges with a twist, using the outer glute, so you're pressing into the outer edge of the foot to engage the glute as you shift from side to side. 2 more. And then we're going to turn to the front of your mat and then step your left foot back for a downward facing dog. You'll inhale and lift your right leg for a 3-legged dog. Look back at your right toes. You'll send that right leg out to the side and then back to center. Out to the side, back to midline. Keep squeezing that right glute. You got it. Come back to midline. You'll shift forward, bring the right knee in towards the belly, and then lower that knee down. Inhale, stack your left hip on top of your right for your modified side plank. Your left hand can be at the hip. Anchor your right shoulder blade down the back. You'll lift your left leg and then add pulses here. So we're working that outer hip. That's your gluteus medius. Then we want to do the work of this pulse here. So a muscle that we want to get engaged through many of our movements. This is going to help us do it. Plank position with the knee in. So plant your left hand, your left foot down. Your knee will come towards the belly to step it forward for that bent knee standing split. So lift your left leg. Of course, if you want to grab blocks and bring them underneath the hands, you can do that. We'll bend and straighten both legs, adding that pulse. So don't worry about necessarily getting that right leg all the way to straight, right? We want to keep that slight bend in the knee so that you're not locking or pulling on the hamstring so much that you're rounding the back. Maybe pause in that bent knee standing split. Maybe take a handstand hop and then lower it down. We'll step your left foot back, turn to the side, warrior 2. Press into the outer edge of your left foot. You'll take a big inhale. Exhale, tip it back, reverse your warrior. Look down at your left foot, anchor down into the outer edge of it. Inhale, come through warrior 2. Exhale, you'll bring your right forearm to the thigh. Swing your left arm over. Keep the belly hugged in. All right. You're going to plant your hands, step back for your downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Exhale it out. Do it again. Big breath in. Exhale. You'll take a big breath, and then exhale, bend your knees and walk or step the feet forward. Take as many steps as you need to for your bent knee forward fold. We'll inhale and arms will rise. Let's move into sun sal A. So exhale, fold forward, soften your knees. We're gonna plant the hands and step or walk or hop back into your plank. And then from here, you can lower the knees and toes as we've been doing, or you can chaturanga and lower in one piece. Inhale for your low cobra or for your up dog. Pull back on the hands either way. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift with the strength of the belly for your downward facing dog. You'll take a huge breath in your down dog. Exhale, bend your knees and walk, step, or hop the feet forward, bent knee, forward fold. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, soften your knees, plant the hands, and you can walk, step, or hop back into your plank. Exhale, lower the knees or chaturanga. Inhale, pull back on the hands for your low cobra or your up dog. Either way, keep pulling the low belly in. We want to engage in the core. Exhale, lifting up and back, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, push off the toes as you hop, or you can walk or step to the front. Inhale, arms will rise. Let's do one last round here. Exhale, fold forward, plant the hands. We're gonna walk, step, or hop back into your plank and lower. Inhale for your cobra, your up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath here. Open up the mouth, exhale. We'll inhale, come forward into your plank. Might need to wiggle the toes back a little bit. Shoulders are above the wrists. Now zip the pubic bone up towards the chin. You're gonna step your left foot out to the side and then step it back. Tap the right toes out to the side, step it back. Tap the left toes out, right toes out. So we're alternating between sides. Keep pressing into the hands and keep the core engaged, and the glutes are working. So as you step out to the side, that gluteus medius that we met in our modified side plank, as well as other things that we've been doing, are working here. Come back to center. Exhale, lower all the way down. You can drop the knees and the toes. We're gonna goal post your arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades and then curl the tailbone, tuck your toes, lift into a half locust. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. As you exhale, you're gonna release the forearms, press up into a forearm plank. Lower on down, inhale, locust pose. Goal post the arms, curl the tailbone. Exhale, forearm plank. Press into the forearms, engage the shoulders. One more time. Lower, inhale. Exhale for that forearm plank. You can walk the toes forward, lifting up the hips, coming into that dolphin. So you can inhale and lift that left leg here. Move the left leg out to the side and then back to center. Or you can stay in that dolphin with both feet down, whatever feels better for you. All right, from here, we're gonna step the left foot forward. So you have two options. You can press into the hands and step that left foot forward from your dolphin. If you're not comfortable doing that, you can lower onto your knees, come onto your hands, and step that left foot forward. So either way, we're gonna open up into a left leg half moon. So that left hand can be on the floor or it can be on a block, okay? You can lift the floor up to you. We're gonna open up to the side, bend your left knee, flex your right foot, take your right hand to the hip, half moon. Squeeze the sit bones. Everything around the pelvis is working here. You're gonna step your right foot back, windmill, to the back of your mat. Now your right foot is forward, your left hand plants, your right hand can come to the hip. Squeeze the left glute. As you inhale, peel the chest away from that right thigh, maybe lifting that right arm up, but be careful that it's not leading you, okay? We wanna keep that shoulder in place. You can stay here. You can swing it around into a wild thing or dancer's table, squeezing your left shoulder blade down the back, coming onto the ball of the right foot, and curl your tailbone. If this doesn't feel good on the shoulder, stay in that twisted crescent. You're gonna flip over for your plank position. Exhale, drop the knees and toes, lower the top half. All right, you're gonna take the hands beneath the forehead, bend your knees, and add a little windshield wiper action of the shins, rocking the feet back and forth. All right, bring the legs out. The hands are gonna come beneath the shoulders. We're gonna inhale for your plank. So right up into your plank, start with the right leg. We're gonna step it out to the side and then step it back. Step the left leg out to the side, step it back. So keep moving the feet, keeping the belly hugged in. One more time on each side. Step back to center. You're gonna lower all the way down. Goalpost your arms. Inhale, half locust. Squeeze the shoulder blades, curl your tailbone. Exhale, press the forearms down for that forearm plank. We're gonna do it again. Inhale for that locust. Exhale for that forearm plank. Good. Inhale for your locust. Last time, forearm plank. Exhale. And then you can walk the toes forward, lifting the hips, coming into that dolphin. You can stay here. You can lift your right leg up and then move that right leg out to the side, staying lifted up in the left hip and then back to center. Keep breathing. So remember your options. You can come through all fours to step that right foot forward, lifting up for your half moon, or you can, from your dolphin, push into the hands as you swing that right foot forward and then open up to the side for that half moon. Remember that you can bring a block underneath that right hand to lift the floor up to you. Bend in your right knee. Flex your left foot and squeeze the sit bones. So everything around the pelvis, again, is super active all the way down through the legs. The core is hugged in. You want that to support it. We're going to take this to the front of the mat. So step your right foot down. Swing it to the front, plant your right hand, your left hand comes to the hip, squeeze your right glute, and peel the chest away from the left thigh, maybe keeping the left hand to the hip or maybe floating it up, but again, don't lead with it. You can look at the floor to relax the neck. Big inhale. Exhale it out. Option to stay here or take it around for a dancer's table or a wild thing. The outer edge of that right foot is down, the ball of the left foot is down. Curl the tailbone, squeeze the right shoulder blade down the back. Plank position. And then we're gonna lift up and back down dog. Take a big inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, walk, step, or hop to the front. Inhale, your arms will rise. All right, we're gonna come into a sun salutation B. So exhale, sit back into your chair. Hug the belly in. We're going to take a big breath and then exhale, fold forward. You can plant the hands, walk, step, or hop back for your plank. Lower your way. So you can lower the knees and toes or you can chaturanga. Inhale for your cobra or your up dog. Again, lift up in the low belly. Try not to scrunch up in the low back. Exhale, lifting up and back for your down dog. You're going to inhale and lift your left leg. Exhale, step it forward. Lower your right heel and wiggle your left foot out to the side. We're going to inhale and arms will rise for a warrior one. Curl the tailbone just like you do in your low lunge. Lift up in the pelvic floor. Try not to sag anywhere, okay? Hug the belly in. Plank position. Left foot steps back. You can move through that vinyasa, that chaturanga, or you're lowering the knees, or you can come straight back to your down dog. That's your choice. We'll meet in a down dog and your right leg will lift. Exhale, step it forward. Lower the left heel, wiggle your right foot out a little bit to the right, and then inhale for your warrior one. Bend in your right knee, squeeze your left glute. Plank position. Step the right foot back. You can lower, or you can come straight back into your down dog. Take a big breath here. Exhale it out. We'll inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend your knees, walk, step, or hop the feet forward for a bent knee forward fold. We'll inhale and your arms will rise. That was one round of Sun B. We're gonna start that way. Sit back into your chair. Take a big in breath. Exhale, fold forward. Plant your hands, walk, step, or hop back to your plank. You can lower and come through your up dog or your cobra, or come straight back to your down dog. Again, that's your choice. So just like Sun Sal B, we're gonna inhale and lift that left leg. Exhale and step it forward. This time, you're gonna turn to the side for a goddess squat. So turn the heels in towards each other, wrap the glutes down, goal post your arms. You'll turn to the front for a high crescent lunge. Squeeze the right glute, pull back in the left hip. You're gonna turn to the side for a goddess squat. And then turn to the back for a crescent lunge on the other side. Repeat this. So you're coming through a goddess squat, between sides. Keep the core connected and the muscles surrounding the pelvis connected. That's gonna help you with this, quote, fancy footwork. Last time, we're gonna turn crescent lunge to the back of your mat. Bring the hands to the hips. Can you shift and lift into an airplane? Bend your right knee and sit the butt back. Squeeze your left glute so that everything around the pelvis is working. You're gonna ground down into that right heel, use that right glute. Left foot hovers next to the right, and then half jack that left leg out to the side. Bend your right knee as you come back into your airplane. We're gonna do that again. Inhale, rise to stand. Half jack your left leg. Sit back into your airplane. Exhale. 2 more. Half jack. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, half jack. Exhale, airplane. Sit the butt back. Slowly lower the left fingertips. And then we're going to swivel the hips. Tuck your left knee behind your right, coming into a seated twist. We want both sit bones to be evenly on the floor. If they're not, you can lengthen that left leg in front of you. We'll inhale, get some space between the ribs, and then exhale, turn through the abdominals for a seated twist. Soften your right shoulder and don't lead with the neck, so the neck just comes along for the ride. Big breath here. We're gonna unwind. So plant the hands at the back of your mat, bend your left knee. You're gonna press into the right foot. Staying on your left knee, you're gonna bring the right knee next to it. Rise up into a kneeling stance. Take your hands, bring them behind the head. You're gonna cup the skull and flare the elbows out. As you curl the tailbone, lean the back of the head into the hands. Inhale. And exhale. You're gonna plant the hands. Now you can step the right foot up, followed by the left, taking a wide-legged forward fold. Take a big breath in. Soften the knees if you fold a little deeper. One more time, big inhale. Exhale it out. We're gonna inhale and turn to the front of the mat. Step back for your downward facing dog. Your right leg will lift. Step it through, goddess squat, turning to the other side. So bring the heels in towards each other, curl your tailbone, squeeze the sit bones. We want the pelvis to be super strong. You can bring the arms into a goal post. We're gonna turn to the front, high crescent lunge, squeeze the left glute. Turn to the side, goddess squat, turn to the back, high crescent lunge. Goddess squat, squeeze the sit bones, squeeze your left glute as you turn to the front. Goddess squat to the side, squeeze your right glute as you turn to the back. Check in with the core, make sure everything is hugging in. That's gonna help you with this footwork. We're gonna do one more to each side. Goddess squat, turn to the back. Exhale, bring the hands to the hips. Can you push off the right toes? Shift and lift into that left leg for a bent knee airplane. Inhale, rise to stand, right foot hovers next to left. We're gonna half jack that right leg. Bend your knee, coming back into your airplane. Inhale to rise. Bring that half jack that right leg. Bend your left knee as you sit back into your airplane. Let's do that again. Half jack that right leg. Sit back into your airplane. And then slowly lower the fingertips down. We're gonna swivel the hips, tuck the right knee behind the left for your seated twist. Again, remembering that you can lengthen out that right leg if both sit bones aren't evenly on the floor. You'll inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, turn to the left, soften your left shoulder, and again, lead with the ribs, not with the neck, okay? So we want to let the neck just come along for the ride. Take a big breath in. Exhale it out. You're gonna unwind, lower, keep the right knee down. You're gonna bring your left knee down next to it so you're kneeling facing the side. Inhale, bring the hands behind the head, cup the skull, interlace the fingers, elbows are flaring out. Curl your tailbone, hug the core in, it stays connected. You're gonna lean back into the hands without looking up, without sticking the chin out. Okay, we wanna lean the back of the head into the hands and breathe. Exhale, release. Bring the hands down so you can step forward starting with the left leg, or maybe you want to try a fun little hop from the knees. You can hop into a wide-legged forward fold. Take a big inhale, exhale, and fold forward. Big inhale, exhale, bend your knees deeper if you're folding deeper. We'll inhale, turn to the front, step your left foot forward, inhale, your arms will rise. Exhale, you can bring the hands to heart center or down by your sides. And then we'll come onto your back, and we're gonna stretch it out a little. So starting right where we began before, we're gonna cross your left ankle over your right knee and flex your left foot and breathe here. Take a big breath in. Exhale it out. Take another big breath in. Exhale it out. If you feel like you want a little more of a stretch here, you can lift the right foot up off the floor, bringing the right knee in towards you. If this is uncomfortable in any way, but you like this stretch, you can come over to a wall and bring your right foot and put it against a wall, and that can help support you here, okay? But either way, breathing into that outer left hip. Take as much time as you need on one side. When you're ready, you can exhale and release this stretch, and then switching sides, crossing your right ankle over your left knee, flex your right foot, breathe into that outer right hip. Again, if you want more, you can bring the left knee in towards the chest, or you can plant that left foot up against a wall, whatever feels better for you. Breathe in this stretch. And then when you're ready, of course, take as much time on one side as you need. You can exhale and release this stretch. Maybe rock the knees side to side, hug the knees in, give yourself a little bit of love, rocking side to side if that feels good. And then we're gonna set up for Shavasana. So laying the legs out long, laying the arms out down by your sides. Close the eyes. Let the feet flop out to the sides. Let the fingers relax. Relax the jaw, releasing any clenching or tension there. And just breathe. Shavasana.